Hi. So I never finished guessing my story, my love story. So I want to continue. Yeah. So I said like me and Dave we had stopped talking. So in that period the other person came back. Yeah, and then he told me why he left, those things. Yeah, it was a funny story actually. It's like he left because he was depressed, his girlfriend had cheated on him, things like that. So we never became friends again. Like, I had lost it. Yeah, I never wanted anything to do with him anymore. I had moved on. Now my mind was on the other person, was on them. So he was also not talking to me. In that period, he took like 1 month. After 1 month, he came back. He texted me. I never asked him why we stopped talking. So when he texted me, we just started from where we stopped. So we were there, we were okay for some time. Yeah, we were good for some time. After some time, he did it again. Like he stopped talking to me still like for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. After he appeared again. Yeah. I never used to ask him like why he was doing such a thing. Then he kept on doing it. After I just got used, then after some time, I actually has mfachi. So I was like I don't even know the person. I never met him in person though we video called. We video called like sometimes we used to video call. Okay, he was cute. He was black. He had that nice hair. Mm, he was tall. He had 6 packs. Yeah, he had his things, but still, he was overdoing. He was overdoing, so I was like, yeah, he has everything, but unfortunately. So I just started minding my business. So when he realized that I actually no longer mind his business, he started minding my business. So he started texting me, hello, hi, how are you? Those things, like he wanted us to talk again like the way we used to, but I never wanted. So after some time, he told me why he did that. He was like, there is what we call law of attraction. So he told me law of attraction. He was like, there is what we call law of attraction. If you want someone to want you back, first make them want you, talk to them, be nice and all that, do everything that they want, and then after some time, when you're very sure that they have fallen for you, you withdraw from it. So he was like, so I asked him, so is it what you were trying to do? He was like, yeah. He was trying to use law of attraction on me, but Ella, it worked. It worked because I knew nothing about it. Yeah, it worked. It was like, if you want someone to love you, first make them fall for you. After some time, withdraw from it and let them be there. They will chase you until. So he was like, they will chase you, but you have to be very sure that they have fallen for you. So he was using law of attraction on me. So after telling me all that, he still wanted us to talk again, to be friends and chat and do all that shit. So I was not interested anymore. Yeah, so after I also started using the law of attraction on him. Okay, I never used it, but I just stopped minding his business because he was too much for me. He had the audacity to tell me that he was using law of attraction on me. That's what he told me. I was like, oh. So I I was being foolish. Yeah, he was the intelligent one. I was like, okay. So I just gave up. And that's how I lost him. Second person. Yeah, the other one went just like that. Even this one. Oh, the other one? Okay, the other one I was assuming tightness. This one was using law of attraction. So it's like, I even started to wonder, like, how do people handle dating and all that? Because things were not working out. Things were not working out. So after him, okay, like I'm this person, I'm so picky. I'm so picky, like, with what I want. Yeah, I rarely like people or accept people. So the ones I wanted never wanted me. The ones that wanted me, I never wanted them. So the only option was to remain single. Yeah, there were people around, but still, it never it was not working out. Then, when I was at campus, actually, like, all that shit happened when I was still in my VAC. Then when I went to campus, I went when I'm free, had no one and all that, so I was there. Now my campus dating experiences. Okay, the people I try to date, or the people that try to date me, I never really dated like anyone seriously, like whether in a relationship and all that and did things, no one. But the people that I try to date, or the people that try to date me, yeah, so that was this guy. Let me call him, I won't say his real name. Let me call him, which name? Let me call him Livingston. So, my first days at campus, like in the orientation week, I was so scared. So they gave me money for functional fees, money for national council, and then money for hostel. So I had to first pay functional fees and then national council, but I never knew how to do it. So I was there like wondering about what to do. So when I was still there confused, there was this guy, the Livingston guy. He came to me, was like, hello, you're lost, what do you want? I told him I want to pay my functional fees and national council. So he helped me. He got for me the forms, he helped me fill them. Then he told me where I'm supposed to go. Then where I'm supposed to go and then pay. So I did all that. Yeah, then I paid. After he was like, can you help me with your number? So I gave him my number. So we talked sometime like without talking. The first semester we never talked because when I was in year 1 he was in year 2. The first semester we never talked and all that. Then the second semester he told me okay, I'm not blushing. He was like, I really liked you the first day I saw you. It was a lie. I really liked you the first day I saw you. What were the things? Yeah, but you, okay, I always have this serious face and people like fear to tell me things. So he felt like I was so serious for life. So he took his time. So we talked. After some time, it was like, like in year 1, second semester, it was like, can you, okay, in year 1, second semester, we started like talking a lot. Yeah, we started talking a lot and all that. So after some time, I was like, in case you have time, you can like pass by at my hostel, you can come through. So I also went through. I also went through. It was actually the first time like I went to other people's hostels. I just used to be in my hostel. It was school, my hostel and all that. So I went to his hostel. Yeah. The first time, what happened the first time? Actually, the first time was like a red flag. He did something and I was shocked. I was shocked, like, when I reached his hostel, he was like, "Do you want something to eat?" I told him no. So he took that seriously. Like, he took that seriously that I don't want to eat. So he was like, "Okay, let me go and eat and then find you here." He went out, he ate, he came back. When he's full, he started to jazz me. He thinks I was already not interested. Like, at least you bring something for someone. But he went out, he ate, he came back. And after like everything was okay, I was like, So it was too much for me. That's not being hospitable. So after like we even never had like jazz. We never had things in common. Yeah, I was already in year one. He was in year two. So we never had things like to talk about. So after some time, like, he escorted me to my hostel. I went back. Then after like 4 days, he was like, "I've just come back like from home. Can you come?" And we jazz and things like that. So I went. I went there still. He did the same thing. He went out. He ate. He came back. When I'm there, I was like, So that was the last time he saw me. I was like, let me mind my business. Kowanga, this is too much for me. That's how you marry someone and you starve with your kids in the house. So that was the last time I talked to that one. Then, which other one? There is no other. After that, there was COVID. Yeah. After that, there was COVID. So when there was COVID, we went home. Then when we went home, okay, I'm too much of an online person. Like, I always do most of my things online. Yeah. I can date online, I can study online, I can teach online, can make money online. Like, most of my things, I do them online because I'm an introvert. I don't really find it easy interacting with other people. So I do most of my things online. So during COVID, there was this guy. Let's call him Robert. Okay, let's call him Robert, but that's not his real name. So, of course, in COVID, like, we never had things to do. We're always home and all that, so we're always bored. So, this guy, we were the same campus, though he was also like a class above me. So, he came to my inbox, was like, "Hi, hello, I had a crush on you." I was not understanding because I was normal, like, as a normal girl. If I were a man, I would not fall for myself. Yeah, I have a crush on you and all that. So I was like, okay. Because by that time, things that I used to consider were height and hair. If you had two things. Like, you were my weakness by that time. Hate and hair. It's all I wanted. It's all I wanted. So he had those two. So he was like, I really liked you and all that. So since it was during COVID, we used that as an excuse of not meeting. And we were talking like online. Yeah, we talked online. We used to overdo, okay? Like, we used to talk like in the morning, after 1 hour, like all the day. In the night, all the time, like we used to talk. Then one thing that was too much for me, and I started feeling that maybe he's the one for me. Like, I was sick. I was sick one night. Like, I was having a toothache. Then, like, I woke up at 2. So when I woke up at 2, he called me that very time. At 2. I was like, hello, I had a feeling that you're not okay. I was like, God, this is my man. So I felt like we were so connected just by that thing. So it was too much for me. Like, I'd just woken up. I had a toothache, and then he called at the same time. I was like, I had a feeling you're not okay. Are you okay? So I was like, I'm not okay, all that. My tooth. So, like, it was too much for me, and I started feeling like he was the one for me. Then after some time, I was sick still. Like, I used to get sick in that COVID period. I had headache. Still, I woke up at something like midnight because I slept early because I was not feeling okay. So I woke up at like midnight to shower, and then he called. At that very moment, he was like, hello, are you fine? I had something telling me that you're not okay. I was like, So I started feeling like, what's up with this person? Like, I felt like he was so connected to me. Like, I felt like he knew things about me that I don't even know about myself. So we were all there, we talked, we planned to give birth to 4 kids. So, in my imagination, I actually have kids with different men. So, we planned to give birth to 4 kids and all that. So, we used to like to talk like so much. Yeah. But after some time, we stopped talking. Yeah, we stopped talking. Okay, I got issues. I had like a lot going on in my life, and then I told him about it, and he felt like he wanted to first give me a break. I solve my problems, then we talk later. I was like, okay. So after solving my problems, I moved on. Yeah, I solved my problems and moved on. And that's how we ended. We ended it with the man that was so connected to me. It's how it ended. Yeah. So that's how it ended. Then after that, I was minding my business. I started minding my business. Like, I never wanted to know anything about anyone. I already had a lot going on in my life. Yeah, I was focusing on other things. So I took some time without like talking to people and all that. I was minding my business. I never even like used to reply people's things and all that. Yeah. Then in not in the second, towards the end of the COVID period, I met. Okay, I'm not blushing. I met. This is too much for me. It's too much for me. Okay, towards like the end of the first COVID period, I found love. I met the first love. I met like the person that loved me. Yeah, the person that loved me like for real, for real, for real. The rest we were just forcing life. Yeah, it was nothing serious. So the first day I met this person, it was October 2022. That day, like since the previous day, I just had a feeling, like that gut feeling. I just had a feeling that something good was going to happen. But before that, like we had met. We had met, but I didn't know that he was going to be like the one that I'm going to meet again. The first time we met, I never minded his business. He never minded my business too. So the first time we met, like I was in some office. Then he was also like working in that same office. But then my phone was blacking out. So I wanted a charger. But it was staying like around. It was staying like around there. So I wanted a charger, and then someone in that office was like, "Can you help us get a charger for this girl?" He was like, "No, I can't." They asked him why. He was like, "She wants it. She should come to my home and then get the charger." I was like, so I never got the charger. My phone blacked out and I chill in peace. So after some time, I was on Twitter. Yeah, I was on Twitter. So I was on Twitter, like trying, just there vibing with life and all that. So he saw like, I think my post, and then as he recognized like my face, he was like, "Hello, have I ever seen you somewhere?" I was like, "No." But I was also like, as if I've also ever seen you somewhere, but I don't remember. So he told me, after he remembered, he told me where we met. I was like, "Oh, yeah." So I was like, "So it's you that refused to give me the charger?" He was the one. So we were there. He asked for my number. He asked for my number. At first, I was pissed. I was pissed because you refused to give me the charger in the first place. So I was like, the person who refused to give me the charger, why does he want my number? So I took like some time without giving him my number. After some time, he insisted. I gave it to him. So I gave it to him, but still we took like 1 month without meeting. We're just there. We're actually not talking that much. Like we talk like once in a week. "Hello, hi, how I am, good," and that's all. So the day we were going to meet, like for the first time, I just had that feeling that something good was going to happen to me. So I was feeling it. So after some time, okay, like later in the day, I met him. When I met him, we jazzed. He told me about himself and all that. Yeah. Then that first day, he asked me what I wanted to eat. So I told him what I wanted to eat. He gave me money for it. It was not too much money, but the fact that he gave it to me, that was too much for me. That was too much for me. So he gave me money. After like 2 days, yeah, we met again and we were there. Yeah, we were there. Like things were okay when normal, but then he was a trying man. Like when he came in my life, like I stopped spending on small things like food, transport, drinks and all that. Like I never used to ask for anything. He used to do all of them without me asking. And I was like, oh. So it is always like this. Actually, he was the first person to do it for me. Like when it's not my family member, he was the first person to do it for me. So it was always too much for me. Then there was this time I was supposed to plait my hair because I always use my money to plait my hair. So he gave me money for hair without me asking. I was like, huh? So it is always like this. So it was too much for me. He gave me money for hair without me asking. It's like, okay. So we were there. After 1 week. After 1 week, they got for me a job in that same area, like around their area where he works and where he stays. So it's where I got my job. So I was supposed to start working like on Monday. So was it on Saturday? That weekend, before I started working, he told me that's when he told me that he loved me. Yeah, he told me that he loved me, though I never believed it. Yeah, I never believed it because it was too early. Like after 1 week. Yeah, after 1 week of us meeting. Yeah, so I felt like it was too early for that. So he told me he loved me and all that. I never gave him feedback. So after like some time, I started working there. When I started working there, he was too much for me. He was too much for me. Okay, he's a good man. And then he was my type. He was tall. He had hair. That's what I wanted. That's the only thing I always wanted. Yeah. And then as a bonus, like he was a trying man. He was like vocal. Like when he wants something, he says it. When he's not okay with something, he says it out. Then he had like a provider mindset. I never had to ask for things. Like when I started working there, breakfast, I just sit. Breakfast brings itself. Lunch. Then transport. Like everything. I was not yet his girlfriend. But he used like to do things for me. And that always touched my heart. Because it was my first experience. Because men in Uganda, you're not his girlfriend. You haven't slept with him. He will do nothing for you. So he used like to do things. He used to do things for me then. Time came, then I asked him about like himself, about his love story,